Hey Falcon Nation, welcome to another edition of Falcons Corner. Voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickert, a good guy to know. His second week off of suspension, Danny Berg. Welcome.
Thanks, man. It's great to be back. I did everything right.
Yep.
Dotted all the I's, crossed all my T's.
Eric was back there. You know, we do say we film in front of a live studio audience, so, you know, he was back there, you know, doing his checklist, checking off like shirt check, hair check, glasses check, cord hidden check, nothing hanging out of your ear check. So you're back 2 weeks in a row. You were on a streak.
Yeah, the probation was lifted too, because even suspension and then probation, and obviously since we're back in the game here, we're good.
Did you have to pay a fine or anything?
No, just the pride taking a shot that I was on suspension. I think was it. And maybe some lunch moving forward, but we'll see if that can go on the school.
All right, good. So we actually have some Falcon athletic competition to talk about because we finally got on the field for the fall, competed. Football team, like we've been saying for the last couple weeks, we're traveling out to Indiana to play a very tough 11th ranked Iowa Central Community College. Results weren't, I think, as we would want them, of course, since we did, lose. But guys looked like they played really hard. Really tough task to ask to get on. I'm not making any excuses and not taking anything away from Iowa Central because they are a very talented team. Quarterback, very dynamic, really dynamic wide receiver. But to hop on a bus Saturday morning, travel 9 hours, get in around 8 o'clock, have team meetings, curfew at 11 o'clock, wake up early, drive to the stadium, and then play a football game is not something easy to do. Now, Iowa had to travel also, and I'm not sure the distance they had to move, but I'm guessing when I'm going back to geography class in 7th grade, Iowa is closer to Indiana than Pennsylvania is to Indiana.
I think so too. But yeah, just the ride itself is always a tough task. However, I mean, sometimes you get that slow start, but I think they were ready to make sure they didn't get that slow start, that they got out there and set the tone. But Iowa Central, I mean, they're like Lackawanna. I mean, they're prideful in all their sports, and football's been pretty good the last couple of years. And, the Tritons take a lot of pride in it. So, I mean, it was a damn good football game, especially early on in the season against two very good teams that are highly ranked.
It was really well played, and Tom and I mentioned, a couple times during the broadcast, early on there were some penalties, but, not a lot of penalties. Sometimes, we'd be like home games, and, every play or every other play, there's a penalty flag, thrown down on the field. Yeah, so a really clean, well-played game.
I think I was talking to Eric this morning. I mean, it's always good when you don't know that the officials are there. Yeah. Because it means that things are going the right way. They're not just trying to interject unnecessarily. Yep. But let's talk about the broadcast side of it. That was awesome.
Yeah,
and I'm not blowing smoke up your guys, what. But it was really, really cool to be able to have the technology to be able to do that.
And without the athletic department and Eric's leadership, there is no way that anyone gets to see that game. Right? I mean, Eric, the fact that, he's going to drive out to Indiana over a holiday weekend. Right. And then him and Tom spent, countless hours making sure that, the broadcast feed could link up with the video that's going to be out in Indiana and have all together and broadcast that. And we're not a broadcasting company, right? We're an athletic department that has, more than, a handful of teams. So the fact that, we were able to, pull that off was really great. And I think we have 6,000 views or something like that.
So upwards of almost 800 or so views all at once. I kept checking that. Yeah. I would look and I'd X out and I'd be like, there's 575 now. It's awesome. Yeah. And it doesn't go unnoticed because once you've been around this such a long time, you have other schools reaching out saying, how are you doing that? Right. And I said, well, our athletic director got on the road with his son, nice little road trip. Made it happen so that we could bring it back here. Yep. You don't see that anywhere. So it was really cool to see. Right. Maybe we can get it for other sports.
A lot of our athletes, families don't even live in the Scranton area, so they don't even get to see home games, right? So, we were broadcasting our home games, and the fact to be able to give them a road game, something that
that was cool.
They wouldn't have a chance unless they could, have the means to travel out to Indiana for a road game. Wasn't happening, But I know, Coach Duda and the staff will get the guys back on the right track and get back that winning mentality. They're off this weekend with the bye, but, they're back at it. ASA Miami and Greensboro, North Carolina in 2 weeks.
It's on the 18th, right?
I believe so. Yeah. And the one and only Joseph Paparelli will be making that trip,
he is.
with the gang. So
he is.
We'll be doing well there.
Joe Pap back on the road.
He'll hit everything on the road.
Yeah.
Yep. So, but we have some other action coming up, right? So, we do. Our fall sports, soccer men's and our women's soccer team. You're our soccer guru. So go ahead.
Not that much of a guru, but both teams have scrimmaged. We talked about the women's scrimmage last week. The men Ended up getting a scrimmage last night against the underclassmen from Wilkes University. I mean, not quite a JV team,
right?
But their coaching staff had reached out, and we were able to coordinate it quickly over holiday weekend, which wasn't the easiest thing. But they were able to play, and I just got a message from Coach Evans, that said, today might be like a rest day since they did play last night. But both open up this Saturday against CCBC Catonsville, so it's Community College Baltimore campus. Home game, 3 o'clock for the women, 5 o'clock for the men at Scranton Prep's Loyola Field, and we're really looking forward to having 2 full squads. I don't think that's happened in the last 3 or 4 years here with the soccer program. So, I mean, a lot of good things coming up, and then that kicks their season off, and
I'm excited to see it.
Still working on some scheduling. A couple schools in Region 19 dropped. So what we're trying to do is, maybe find another opponent or find a team that dropped that another team needs a game.
Right.
It's super fluid, and it's not just COVID related. Sometimes just roster numbers have been a little bit low because of it being so early on in a school year. And a lot of these schools rely on students just showing up and deciding they want to play.
Right. And one more thing before we mention, that we have to mention is with the return of Tom, not the return of Tom, with the having Tom come in, with the return of the SID.
Correct.
Is the return of Lackawanna College Falcon Athletic Athlete of the Week. Ooh. And the first Athlete of the Week this year is Josh Dodd, wide receiver, Lackawanna College football. So we are going to do our best to talk to Josh, try to get him after a weight room session and chat with him real quick, talk
Big
about,
game.
Talk about, his experience, from this past weekend and, how, how the disappointment of that loss is going to, help build, for his success and the team's success down the road. So excited to talk
early season
hopefully get
loss
to talk
too,
to Josh.
And you mentioned, playing, they have Snow College still, Georgia Military. It's an early season loss. I mean, shoot, Clemson just lost to Georgia over the weekend, and if they win out and run the table, they'll still be competing in that college football playoff. There's no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. And stuff
so you need a Clemson, you need a Lackawanna.
Yep. So let's take a break.
Sounds
We'll
good.
come back. We'll wrap up the show.
Perfect.
You're on your A game anymore. You're unbelievable job today. We'll be right back in the Falcons Corner. Take flight.
At Lackawanna College, we never said we could change the world, but we believe our graduates can. That's why we offer programs in healthcare fields like ultrasound technology. Our graduates play a vital role in modern healthcare, using diagnostic technology to help improve the lives of their patients, making a difference in people's lives. That's what changing the world is all about, and it all starts at Lackawanna College. Visit lackawanna.edu today. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Hey, it's Tom Ferguson, Sports Information Director here at Lackawanna College, and I've got our Athlete of the Week, the first of the 2021-2022 scholastic year. Josh Dodd, wide receiver for the Lackawanna College Falcons. Josh, how are you today?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Thanks for joining us. I know, obviously, the result of the game wasn't what you guys were hoping for, but what did it feel like for you to just get out on the field and first, obviously you had the spring season or whatever, but did that feel as real necessarily as this felt this past Sunday?
Our preparation has always been the same from the spring into the fall. So I can say it felt a little different because we just came out with a lot more intensity, knowing that we have a real opponent. Because in the spring we had scrimmage ourselves. So it wasn't really like it felt good to be on the field, but just knowing that we have a different opponent and there's a lot more people watching just felt different.
Yeah, and obviously you guys have been at it for a month now at this point here at school, and hitting each other kind of gets old after a minute. So it must have felt nice to get out there and see someone you don't recognize across from you, right?
Right.
Playing Iowa Central, obviously a top 15 team. You guys came in top ranked as well, so that's a tough opponent. And take me through your performance, because you had a couple touchdown catches, you had a couple grabs there. The first one I thought was impressive because you guys are down 7-0.
Right.
You get the ball, you're pinned at your own 2-yard line. Mid-second quarter there. What's kind of the mantra there for the offense to get down the field and get those points?
Honestly, we just wanted to just execute as a team. Well, we've been preaching that all week. Just get on the field, do what we're supposed to do as a team, because that matters most, to be honest. But personally, I just felt like I needed to just step up. I had to take the opportunity that was given to me. He called my number and I made the plays, honestly.
Yeah. That one was a 24-yard touchdown pass from Berg. that kind of got you guys rolling a little bit. Defense, I mean, what can you say about what the defense did on Sunday? They had four punts in a row in the second half, right, and they get the ball back to you guys late in the second quarter as well to set up that second score.
Our defense is, top in the country. Hats off to them for go ahead and giving us a ball back. We just got to execute as a team to finish. Honestly, that's what we have to do. Just got to finish. But our defense is great. They give us a ball back. They make plays all camp. So they just showcase what they could do, honestly.
Does that pump you up as an offensive player, seeing your defense out there flying around?
Yeah, of course. Just seeing them fly around makes me want to play. Yeah. So seeing like guys like Tyrese, Nasir just doing their thing, just going off, it makes me want to get out there and just show what I can do too.
Yep. And then you got that opportunity on that second touchdown pass. I thought Barry put this in a spot where really right in between the defense there in the corner.
Right.
That was what was that was designed obviously that way, right?
Yeah, he called my number, like I said earlier. He called my number and I just felt like I had the opportunity to make a play, so I made the play. Yeah.
Right in between the coverage, bang in the corner, gave you guys the lead heading into halftime. That was
great
big.
Great ball by Berg.
Yep. So obviously, as we said, results wasn't what we hoped for, but long season ahead of you guys. Still got some games on the schedule. Obviously, you got a week off now before you take on ASA Miami, but something tells me that you guys aren't going to necessarily be taking this week off necessarily, right?
Nah, we're going to just execute the small things that we didn't do on Sunday. We just got to just recollect, get our heads right, and just head to the next week, just focus.
And so how do you balance, I ask this to a lot of student athletes, how do you balance the demands of being a student athlete, your commitment to football, your commitment to the sport, to also making sure you're going to class and you're kind of getting those things done? That's a big time crunch.
To be honest, you got to take it day by day. That's what I do.
Yep.
You just got to make time for what you love and what's important. So what I do, I get a lot of sleep. I sleep at night. I make sure I go to bed because I know that if I get enough sleep, I can perform in the classroom as well on the field. So that's what I do, and I just really that's really it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just take my time off and just go ahead and just go to bed at night.
So what time's bedtime for you?
Probably like 11. I probably get done my studies around 11, and just go to bed around
Now
11:30.
Do you hit the pill and you're out, or do you need like something to kind of wind down? Like, are you on your phone scrolling or something like that?
My shower probably just takes me out, honestly.
Yeah.
Because we get done practice around 10, so I gotta just make sure my schoolwork is done by 11.
Yep.
Right.
And so hard 11, down, back up, ready to go. Good for you. Good. Because sleeping, I feel like sleeping sometimes is just something people forget about, because you've got so many different things going on, so many balls in the air that you need that rest. You need that time to recover. So what are you studying here at Lackawanna?
I study business. You're
studying business. So what are you hoping to do? Obviously football is something you want to continue, but what are you hoping to do with a business degree?
I hope to just manage my own business and just network within the land, just honestly just figure out what I really want to do. So right now I just want to study business and just make sure I have my managing skills so when I get my own business I know how to maintain it.
Yeah. What's something you like to do in your free time that maybe isn't schoolwork? When you're not worrying about schoolwork, maybe football. You've done your football stuff. What's something you kind of do to unwind your free time? Video games, books. What's your thing?
I'll probably just honestly play the video games. I have an Xbox in my room.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What do you play?
I play Call of Duty. A lot of Call of Duty.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of 2K, a little bit of Madden.
All right. So are you excited for the new versions yet, or you're not so sure about them yet?
I'll play the new Madden. I'm not really a fan of it because it feels a lot slower. But the new Call of Duty, just a little bit, not really, not so much.
What do you think? Are they going to come out with a new NCAA football game anytime soon?
I hope so. I feel like they are, but you never know. Just with all these antics and stuff, you just never know. We're probably about a year and a half, maybe 2 years away from that, but I'm hoping for it too because that was. I'll play that over Madden every day of the week. Well, Josh, we appreciate your time. Good luck the rest of the way. We'll certainly be watching you guys, and we'll keep in touch and all that. Congratulations on winning Athlete of the Week. Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll be back with more. It's Falcons Corner. Take flight.
Each one of us has a dream. The challenge in today's world is how to achieve it. Now, more than ever, that's the case. Don't fall behind on your dreams or your college education. You can take your general education classes in English, math, and social science locally at Lackawanna College. Our credits transfer to most colleges so you won't fall behind. Call Lackawanna College today to find out how you can stay home, stay safe, and still pursue your college education. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Back here on the Falcons Corner, voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickert. Good guy they know with Danny Berg. Putting a wrap on another edition of Falcons Corner.
It's like riding a bike.
When does esports start? Because you're involved a little bit in esports and
They're
stuff.
They're playing
right?
now.
Right now.
Right now. I mean, maybe not right this second. Hopefully
not right now on Tuesday, September 7th. Hold on. We got to backtrack 1 second because something just popped in the mind. Tom's allowed to. Now listen, we talk. Tom, just shout it out.
They're playing tonight.
They're playing tonight. In what?
Overwatch and Rocket League.
Overwatch, Rocket League tonight.
Ooh, Rocket League's fun. We were on that soccer kick before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But speaking of dates, and we'll go back real fast and then wrap up the show. Last year,
yes,
Mr. Voice of the Falcons,
right,
and all of the stuff that's been going on in the world, might have forgotten Mrs. Voice of the Falcons' birthday. However, this year, I remembered.
Did you?
Her birthday was yesterday, Sunday, September 6th was her birthday. So I just want, see, I messed up already. It was yesterday, Monday, September 6th. Yes.
Yeah. At least you had the September 6th right.
9/6.
Right.
So I remember this year. I was afraid I forgot because she was very crabby the other day.
Okay.
And I had to do an emergency run to my phone, check the date. Oh my God, I hope it's not September 6th.
Right.
I missed her birthday again, but it was only the 4th.
So
I remembered her birthday. So you were on your A game. I am like husband of the year. I remember my wife's birthday
and
this
it's
year.
funny. I'm a Facebook friend of Mrs. Voice of the Falcons, and said happy birthday, and I even got a reply that said, "Wow, I got a birthday shout out from the good guy to know."
Well, how about that? She must watch the show.
Maybe she does. She might have to.
Yes.
But since we're on the date thing, Mama and Papa Berg, September 6th. 1969. They just were married 52 years yesterday. So
beautiful.
Well,
September. Can you do me a favor from here on out? When it comes close to your parents' anniversary, can you just say, "Hey, it might be your wife's birthday"?
It might be your wife's birthday.
All right,
I'll try to remember.
All right, so if we could, and I'll like vice versa, So if we could work. Let's take advantage of September 6th.
We have to.
That day is both significant.
Those are important dates for us.
Yes. So I just want to give a big shout out to me for remembering my wife's birthday.
Awesome.
I am unbelievable. Maybe she'll get me something.
Yeah. So.
But let's get back.
Esports.
Yes, esports. So you catch all that action tonight on Twitch.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and it's the start of their season. We really don't know how good they are or how good they aren't.
Right.
But Coach Delaney's been putting out a pretty good product the last couple of years. They competed for the NJCAA National Championships last fall.
Right.
So it's a good way to kickstart it, and then hopefully we'll be able to have some info moving forward next week. Awesome. Maybe we'll get him on.
Teddy loves the show. He'll be back.
Another guest spot. It'll be his 38th appearance.
He'll be back. But best of luck to our esports, because we know they're in competition, and best of luck to men's and women's soccer this week. And catch them down at Scranton Prep Loyola Field. And then if you can't make it, check the stats on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, results. All that stuff will be posted.
Everything Tom will be on the job for.
Yes, Tom has got it and stuff too. So I might even make it down for a little bit of the women's action. So
I'll be there for a little bit of the men's.
So awesome, beautiful. Maybe I'll see you Saturday.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, good. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Another edition of Falcons Corner. Take flight. Right? Is that what we do?
Take flight.
Take flight.
Take flight.
Take flight, Falcons.